How long has this been in the making for? Let me double check real quick. 6 months?! It's been 6 months since I last planned to do this? Yes, it's been 6 months. How time flies. Okay, so we have a couple of battles to do. But first, a couple things we need to do in-game. First of all, we have, I believe, 2 mystery gifts to claim. Let me see. If I remember based off just top of my head, I think this first one is... Let's see. Dot. Once. Partner. Dot's first partner. Yep. Alright. And then we got one more. And this one just went live. And this one also will expire just as soon as, well, this post. So it is... Whoops. So, Pharaoh, spelled in a weird way, 23... Master. Alright, now let's just head on over to the club room, which I haven't touched in 6 months. How do I get there again? Do I need to walk over there? I need to go to League Club Room. I hope I'm doing this right. Right, because we have these 3 to battle. I never did it, and I always planned to. I really had to bring myself to do this, let me tell you. Because let's do some quick math real quick. Same as before, battle each person 3 times. 200 BP each time, so quick math, 200 times 3 is 600, 6, 12, 1800. So as you can see, I grinded some BP and I really had to bring myself to do this. I really had to force myself to do this because I really didn't want to grind. And let me show you one thing. While I was grinding for BP, take a look at what I got. I even have the clip. Damn it, I just knew I was going to get a shiny while doing this, and I did not want to get a shiny. I'm sorry if this is loud. I really didn't want to get a shiny. You guys want to know why I didn't want a shiny? Well, let me show you. Just gotta move past all the junk I have in my PC boxes. Remember this? Remember this shiny Weasel I recently got? Well, I really wanted to get all these in one fell swoop, just nothing in between. Yes, I did indeed get the shiny Regieleki and Necrozma. I'm currently working on Regidrago, which is why it really hurt me to grind for BP, because that was time spent not shiny hunting Regidrago. So, remember, I got this shiny Weasel, and that kind of just broke the chain. It broke me getting all of these in one clean swoop. Let me just bring this over. Now that I got this, it means it looks like this now. So unless I get another shiny, Regidrago is going to go right here. What a weird and ugly order that became. I wanted to get all 5 legendary shiny, just 5 in a row. Clearly, RNGesus had other plans for me. So this is the order that I got the shinies in. Yep, it's a shame, but it is what it is. That's why I didn't want a shiny while I was grinding. Anyways, oh! What are these guys here? Well, I figured since my team right now kinda sucks, just in case I need the backup, I sent over the team I use in my Violet game, in case I actually need the help. Because my team over there is actually a little bit more, I say little bit very loosely. Or I put very much emphasis on little. Very little bit more. Has a little bit more variety. Anyways. Enough about talking about all that junk. Alright, today we are going to finally finish this. And we're going to battle each trainer 3 times. What the hell did you just say? I should also mention that I have not seen what their battles look like. So I don't know what their team is going to have. What kind of strategies they're going to have. And hence why I sent over my team just in case. I'm a little surprised, once again, that the Team Star characters aren't on this list. I feel like they would have fit rather well. I came as quickly as I could, like I'd do any less for my best friend in the whole world. You came as quick as if you were just standing on the other side of the door, just waiting for me to call you in. Arven! Did I hear right that a certain floppy-haired pal of mine started taking on gyms? Gah! You're the last person I wanted to find out about that. But, well, yeah. Figured I'd start small and try one now and then, in between school and all. Nice! That's a perfect first step to your path to becoming champion Arven. No way, there's no way I'm taking it that far. It's just like, I don't know, I want to be able to stand beside my best bud and feel like I belong there. Oh, whoa, okay, I get it. So what I'm hearing is we should battle for the right to be Angus's rival! See? This is why I didn't want you to find out. I knew you'd be like this, you battle maniac. And then I just start hearing Brainiac Maniac play. Anyways, I didn't even hear what she said. Hear what she said? Yep. I didn't see the sound she spoke, nor did I hear what she said. You know what? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Let's just get these battles on way. What? I'm just gonna shut up. So, right now, I don't know if the mic will ever even pick up any of the sounds being made. Right now... Okay, this is a horrible matchup right away. Right now, my dad's actually in my basement, using the karaoke machine. Yes, I have one in my basement. Because when it comes to my dad, ask and you shall receive. Because a couple days ago, it was my sister's birthday, 2 days ago to be exact. My sister had a bunch of her friends over, and, you know, they were chatting about the idea of, like, you know, we have a karaoke machine, maybe they'd want to use it. Just threw that idea out there. And because nobody's used that karaoke machine in years... Nobody's used that karaoke machine in years, we don't even know if it worked or not. So, ask and you shall receive. My dad is currently there, checking it out, making sure it works, you know, testing it very well. I think a glaive rush should take it down. I hope. Yes! Oh, I remember saying I thought that thing on the screen behind us was a pizza. Okay, Infernape. I'm going to flip turn so I can prepare, so I can set up that form change. So if you guys don't mind, I'd like to rant a little bit once again about work, as usual. Because 2 things happened at work today. Oh, come on. I guess my Wug Trio doesn't love me enough to, you know, tough it out. So, 2 things happened at work today that really kind of just ruined my day for the whole day. Did the Stealth Rocks even affect me that second time? So, 2 things happened at work today. One, the first thing that happened, so we had this pair of customers come back. It was a mother and a daughter, a very grown adult daughter, I should add. So we had these 2 ladies come back. You know, they bought from us before. Palmot is fighting type, isn't it? So we had these 2 ladies come back. And, you know, as always, like, it's the case for both of these. Both of these that happened is, you know, insurance coverage. Our insurance only covers so much. What can you do to lower the price? You know, all that bullshit again. So the first case of what happened today with these 2 ladies, they said that for both of them, mother and daughter, they had $200 coverage each. So they had a budget of $400. Well, okay, first of all, I don't have anything to deal with a Milo tick. Yikes. Go, my strongest Pokemon on my team. So they had $400 coverage. The daughter picked a Dior that was $600. And the mother picked like a Tommy Hilfiger that was like $250, so not that expensive. But you know, it's like $600 for the goddamn Dior. Oh, I hope this takes it down. Ah! No! Oh! I actually lived! Because of that Glaive Rush, the next move would have been more powerful, if not doubled. Was it doubled? Let me see. Yeah, double damage until the user's... Wait. If this move is used, attacks on the user cannot miss and will inflict double damage until the next... Wait, what? You know what? I'm too stupid to understand it anyways. So, they said that they were going to think about it. they said that they were going to grab lunch and think about it first, because it was still early on in the day. It was like barely noon. And well, a series of unfortunate events, as always. They came back after having some lunch, having thought about it, and they asked my mother, who is the boss, don't forget, she's the manager, what she says goes. If she okays it, then it is what it is. So here's what happened. They came back, they asked for my mom, and they were like, can you do 500 for the Dior? And we just take that. And my mom, not understanding what the question was, she said yes. Now, I personally would not have said yes. Why didn't I terrestrialize there? Oops. It's been a while. I forgot that they terrestrialized on their last Pokemon. Oops. Well, it's a Dark Terra. I don't really have anything good against Dark besides that. Besides U-turn. I suppose it's not the worst thing. I forget if they heal. So they asked, can you do 500? And my mother agreed. I even went over and, you know, grabbed the Dior back out from the shelf. Oh my god, all my Pokemon suck against this. Okay, you didn't use a dark move on me, that's good. I don't think I outspeed. No, I don't. Ugh, my team is getting absolutely bodied. So, yeah, I went to grab the Dior out from the display again. And I even asked her, like, are you sure? Like, I very, like, quietly asked her because I didn't want the customers to hear. Like, are you sure? But then, you know, later on when we were doing all the paperwork for the purchase and all that, it was time for, you know, the payment. So my sister was helping them deal with the insurance stuff. The time came for them to pay. The card machine came out. The card was being stuck in. As the card went into the card machine, an L. Wait, she just said an L for sure. Pfft. Oh, that Focus Sash would have been great for my Wug Trio. Alright, that was one. To be honest, I sorta just came because it was you who called me and all, but man, look at this place. Blueberry Academy is something else. Their classes are all battle focused, right? It's like a whole day full of our old battle studies classes. I'm sure Nemona would love to have gone to school in a place like this, but I miss having practical classes like home ec and stuff. Ugh. I'm amazed ec isn't capitalized. If you had to choose just one subject, which do you think you'd pick? Battle studies or home ec? I think, man, I'm more of a practical learner in real life anyways. Why do you think I failed my exam so many times? Alright, Arven, you're up. You're on. My boss Stiff's been begging me for another chance to battle you, you know? What do you say, bud? Yes! That's my best bud! I'm so ready for this. Anyways, so, yeah, my sister was helping them. It was time for payment as the card went into the card machine. Do I recognize this theme? This music? Why do I not recognize this music? Anyways. So as the card went into the card machine, my sister, you know, asked, 500, right? My mom was like, huh? No, 600. When did I say 500? And, you know, my sister and I were both like, that's what they were asking. They asked if you could do 500 for it. And she's like, no, 600. And then my sister's like, the card's already in the card machine. And at that point, you know, there's nothing we could do. And then I was like, Mom, I even asked you. I asked you, are you sure? She was like, you know my English is bad. Why didn't you clarify? I'm just like, God damn it. You know what? Whatever at this point. Like, it is what it is. What happened, happened. Whatever. So, you know, just a series of unfortunate events. The customers came back. They asked for my mom. And as she said, her English isn't as great. So when they asked her, can you do 500? I don't know what went through her mind. Because, you know, she knew beforehand that the price was 600, so what did she expect? She expect them to come back and be like, $600, you said. Can you do 600? I don't know what she was expecting them to ask. But, you know, she just didn't understand that they were asking for $500 instead of the typical 600 that it should have been sold for. And, you know, maybe I should have been a little more clear. Maybe I should have been like, are you sure you want to sell this model, this $600 model for 500? Maybe I should have been a little more clear. But like I said, whatever she said goes, and I was hoping, like, you know, she knew what she was doing. You know, it's not the first time she heard English or spoke English, you know. Sure, her English isn't as great as mine, but, you know, it's passable. Whatever. We sold something that was supposed to be $600 for $500. You guys may think that's not the biggest loss, that's like not the biggest deal in the world. But you guys got to understand, like, in the world of business, $100 is a lot. Just in life, $100 is a lot. $100 goes a long way to, like, paying bills or buying food. And you know what really upsets me about this, aside from the fact that we lost out on $100 worth of income and revenue, is the fact that because this time we did this, it enables it for them next time. Hey, I don't have anything good against this. I don't have anything good against a cloister. I can only hope to maybe Cyclizar U-turn to do a little bit of damage and then send out Baxcalibur to finish it off. But yeah, by doing this time, it enables them to do this next time. Because you know very well, like, when it comes to business, all that stuff about making customers and clients happy so that they'll come back and give you more business in the future, yeah. But, like, because we did this time, next time they come back, they're gonna be like, oh, last time you were willing to do $100 less for us. Why can't you do it this time? You know very, very well they're going to do that again. You know very well they're going to bring that up. And then my mom's gonna be like, that was last time. I can't do that for you this time. They're gonna get upset. They're gonna be like, but why? You did it last time. All that. Oh, of course, when the NPC does it, it's 5 times, but whenever I do it, no. So, you see what I mean? Oh my god. Well, at least all you used was liquidation. So yeah, that happened. So, the second thing that happened today... Damn. I think I'm weak to fire, actually, but No, wait! Okay, great. I was about to say my ability as well. So the second thing that happened today, it was actually started with my coworker, because my coworker, she was the one who was helping these customers initially. It was a married couple, and they were super Chinese. These two were super Chinese, and before I hear anyone say what I'm about to say, it's going to be very offensive. Shut the hell up. I'm Chinese myself, so shut your ass up. I don't want to hear anyone say that what I'm about to say is offensive. Shut your ass up. So, these two super Chinese couple, they were so needy, so cheap. They gave me the wrong information as well. I'm not going to forget to terrestrialize this time. So, for those who don't know, some businesses offer the service of direct claiming to the insurance. That is when, you as the customer don't have to pay unless, you don't have enough coverage. So it's like the store or business just... Why are you holding the Pokeball upside down? The store or business just directly claims the money from your insurance for you. Instead of, you paying, you getting some sort of receipt or compensation, you billing the insurance, and then you have to wait like a couple business days, if not immediately, for it to be sent back to you, right? So that's what these very lazy and needy people wanted. They wanted me to just claim the money for them so that they don't have to do shit. In all honesty, like, it's not that big of a deal, right? It's just a little bit, a teensy bit more work for us, but it's fine. The money comes directly into our account from the insurance versus, them paying with their debit cards or credit cards. You got that transaction fee. Cash is ideal, but nobody pays with cash anymore these days. So, it's like ideal for us to do it directly, so we don't have to pay those goddamn transaction fees. But the thing is... Okay, first of all, sheesh, you're a little menace in battle, like usual. I tried training up my teams so that we wouldn't lose to you again, but no dice. Oh, and I just remembered, I found these funny phone cases at the airport, so I bought them. Sandwich cases. A set of sandwich cases, too. I thought of you the moment I saw them. So there, a little present for a great battle. I assume you bought them at Paldea. Only Paldea airports would sell sandwich phone cases. Okay, these two are done. Let's call Penny over. Ooh, I hope Penny's theme plays again, because that is an absolute banger of a theme, which we only heard once in the whole goddamn game. Is this your club room? Hope so, since I came to raid it. You're eating your vegetables, right? Don't make me tell you again. It's not like I'll die if I don't eat them, so what's the point? Seriously? Penny, do you know... Wait, you do know that you need to eat veggies, right? Like, seriously? You're being weirdly insistent about this. What's the worst that could happen? Your body could get all mushy and stuff, till you might seriously die. I've read about it in books. Wait, what? Seriously? I'm gonna need to see your source here, Arven. Oh, did he say source? Wait, no. Did she say source or sauce? My sauce? So if I put some sauce on your veggies, you'll eat them? I think Penny actually said source. My source is I made it the fuck up. No, that's not... Ugh, never mind. Just tell me if that mushy body thing is actually real. Here, I'll eat a carrot or something right now. Just hurry up and tell me the truth. Blueberry Academy is like unreal. I can't believe you get to study here. But there sure are a lot of people in this room I don't know. Makes me kind of nervous. Push past the nerves. Oh, you'll be fine. That's me too. I suck at meeting new people. Not everyone can be as outgoing as you. I guess I can try toughening it out a little longer if I think of this as extrovert practice. Just don't leave me alone for too long, okay? New places are a lot for me to deal with. Ooh, right from the glint... Wait, from that glint in your eye, I'm guessing you want to raid battle, am I right? If someone challenges me to a battle, you know I've got no choice but to accept. So anyways, I helped them claim... Yes! Penny's theme! I helped them claim, and they also wanted to claim for their 3 kids. So that's a whole lot of extra work for me. But, you know, like I said, it's fine. Now, to claim, to help them do it, I need a couple things. I need their insurance information so that I can actually get it from their account. And I need the names of everyone. I also need the birthdays of everyone. Now, the dad, who, by the way, the man I dealt with, remember what I said? My coworker first dealt with him? This very Chinese man? Yeah, there was a language barrier because for who knows how many times now, I don't speak goddamn Mandarin. So I was not able to speak with him, nor did I understand what he was saying. So the man gave me the names of everyone. Himself, his wife, and the kids. And he even had to write down the birthdays of everyone on a piece of paper for me. Dang, I should have done Torch Song to build up my special attack. Whoops. So he wrote down all the information of everyone for me on a paper. Now, I really don't understand this. I don't understand why it's so hard for Chinese people to do this. And once again, nobody dare tell me what I'm about to say is offensive, because goddammit, I'm Chinese myself. So if I hear one of you say something... I don't understand. Why is it so hard for Chinese people to just give me a first and last name? That's it. A first and a last name. And even that, he couldn't give me correctly. See, here in the western side of the world, it's very simple. We have a first name and a last name. We also have a middle name, but I didn't need that. But you know what I mean. We have a first name and a last name. Very simple. First name comes first. Last name comes second. So it's very simple. But in Chinese culture, the last name comes first. Chinese names usually has 3 parts to it. The first 2 parts are the first name, and then you have the last name. But the last name comes first, usually. So, every single name he wrote down on the paper, the last name is first, and because Chinese names are all just like, you can picture it all sounds damn near the same. You know, the stereotype of Chinese names are all Ching Chong, all that stuff. Well, I can't say that that's really too far from the truth, sometimes. So, I had to do the process a couple times because the names weren't correct. The names were all last name first. And then the two-part first names, sometimes when it comes to an Asian person, a Chinese person, it's hard to tell if there's a space between them. If there's a gap between the two first names. Sometimes they don't have it. Sometimes they do. Well, Penny was the easiest. Then again, I did luck out by, you know, having my Skeleturge tough it out. But anyways. So, the man gave me the names of everyone wrong. You just give me a first and last name. Why did you write down the last name first and then the first names? I realize that's how Chinese people do it. In Chinese naming fashion, the last name comes first, but like, god damn it. So, all the names were wrong. That being besides the point. Okay, let's call back Nemona. And by doing so, Arven should be kicked out. Yes. So Penny, which do you like better? Our Academy back home or Blueberry Academy? Well, they both get minus points since schools aren't my happy place. Damn, she said both get negative points. But if I had to pick, all the battle-obsessed students here make it feel way too intense. So our Academy back home gets my vote. Oh, what's wrong with a little battle obsession? It's fun! So you prefer Blueberry Academy then? Woof, that's a tough call. But I think I gotta give it to our Academy back home too. Oh, how come? Well, we've got our Battle Studies course, and our teachers are super nice. I'd never have met you and Angus if we hadn't enrolled there too. Huh, yeah, can't argue with that. I had a walk around the terrarium, and there were so many Pokemon I'd never seen before. I thought about this a lot in Kitakami too, so it's cool seeing unfamiliar Pokemon just living their lives as they do in nature. I don't know if I would call this nature necessarily, we're kind of inside of a man-made dome. Reading about them in textbooks can't hold a candle to seeing them for real, you know? It's so real this way, it's so novel this way. Exacto, you get me. Though, come to think of it, I guess there was a time when even the wild Pokemon of Paldea were brand new to me. I actually moved to Paldea when I was 7. I hadn't had a taste of Pokemon battles yet back then. Sometimes I forget what it was like being that age. I guess it's good to keep having that sense of wonder as we were young. As when we were young. Alright, round 2. So, not only did the man get the names of everyone backwards, he also got the birthday of his son. I assume it's his son. You can't really tell with the Chinese names sometimes. He also got the name of one of his kids wrong. He said that his son is like 18. So 2024 minus 18, that would be 2006. But on the paper he wrote 2005. So you can see where the problem is there. If I input the information wrong, then nothing gets done. It's like, in a way, I can't blame him, because I do forget my own birthday. I do forget my own birthday, like, all the time. I even forgot it was my sister's birthday literally 2 days ago. But, like, I forget the birthday. Not the birth year. You would think the year is more easily to remember. I didn't even pay attention to what was even being sent out next. Oh, right, Komo-o. Whoops. Let me just build this. And of course I miss. Not miss. Never mind, not miss. So, you know, being given all the wrong information to do work was a bit of a hassle, but eventually we got it done. Yeah, I wasn't expecting I'd be able to tough that one out. I'll set up flip turn and hopefully that'll be enough to take it down. So eventually, you know, for the 5 of them, god damn it, it wasn't enough to take it down. For the 5 of them, each person had $350 in their insurance, but only 4 of them were paid out. For whatever reason, I don't know. That's something they have to deal with on their end. So, 350 times 4, not 5, 4, that equals 1,400. That meant $1,400 was already paid out to us from their insurance. So they didn't have to do shit. Unless, like I said earlier, it didn't cover what they wanted. So what they picked, because for whatever reason the 5th one wasn't able to pay out, so it had it paid out, then we would have had no problem. But because it didn't pay out, now they had to choose, they had to decide, you know, what are we going to do now? Like, which ones can we actually take with us, because we can only afford so much. So there were 2 options, depending on, like, if they chose the cheap shit, the cheap stuff, or the expensive stuff. So there were 4 things that they wanted in total, but the price that they already had paid out only allowed them to take 3 out of 4, depending on, you know, depending on the price. So what they picked out were 2 Gucci's, 1 Dior, and 1 Ray-Ban. Now, you can mix and mangle depending on which one they wanted to take, depending on the price. The price was either going to be $1,450 or $1,550. They had technically already paid us $1,400, but their total was either going to be their total was going to be either $1,450 or $1,550, depending on what they chose. So that meant that they would have had to either pay an extra $50 out of pocket or an extra $150, depending on what they chose. I think you can kind of get where this is going, because I did say these guys were cheap. They were trying to bargain. They were saying, can you just can you just lower the price? You know, $1,450, can you just do $1,400? If it were me, I would say no. Give me them $50. Like, if it was me helping the customers initially, I would say no, run that 50. Where that extra 50 at? Because you guys have to remember that, first of all, no means no, okay? And everyone shopping in this industry, in this market, doesn't get that. Doesn't accept that. You say no to them whenever they ask for a discount, they won't accept it. They will not take the no. No does not mean no to them. And you know, much to my disappointment, I begrudgingly had to accept and watch as everyone else simply just agreed to, you know, $1,400, $1,400 instead of the extra $50. See, I've explained this so many times in the past, aside from the fact, like, you know, no means no, right? Aside from that, man, I really don't understand the mindset. Somebody please tell me. Somebody please tell me what goes on in your mind when you have this mindset, because I really don't understand it. I don't understand what compels someone. What makes it to the point where someone believes that whatever price you're given, you don't have to pay it. I really don't understand. You know, I went to Walmart to do some grocery shopping yesterday. My total came out to $102. You realize that if I went like, can you lower the price for me? I don't want to pay that. Can you make it so that I pay less? You know how quickly I would be kicked out? Right? Like, I really don't understand. The price you're given is the price you have to pay. Period. There is no arguing. And if you're told no when asking for a discount, no means no, period. There is no if, ands, or buts, but for some reason, in this industry, people think there is. Anyways, you called me strong. Thanks, Carmine. What? No, I wasn't complimenting you. I was asking you a question. What's your secret? My secret? My secret. I guess working really hard and training my Pokemon really hard. Oh, come on. I already do all that. Sheesh, all I wanted was to get a real strong... Wait, all I wanted was to get real strong, real fast, and surprise Angus. Guess it's not that easy. Skill issue. Oh, I dig the idea, though. Why don't you and I do some training together? Sure, but you're way too strong, so, you know. Say no more. I know exactly what you want. Max power mode. The gloves are coming off. That's not what I'm asking for at all! And then they both look at me like, oh, you were standing there the whole time? Nah, I got a battle with him to do right now. Just a person I was hoping to talk to. See, I've noticed that folks here aren't really about the picnic and sandwich life. Is that stuff not a big deal here? You think it isn't? We're technically in Unova. Remember that one, I guess, mini-game or whatever in Unova? Where you have to take the orders, and then you have to, like, deliver the orders. I think there were sandwiches, too, no? What's that? You made a super spicy sandwich for one of the Elite Four? Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong, then, about people here not caring about sandwiches. See, the thing is, I was whipping up a snack in that terrarium place earlier, and these blueberry kids all gathered around to watch. I mean, hey, who doesn't love to watch some live cooking, right? Then again, I say live cooking when all you're doing is just assembling a sandwich. They were all staring like they'd never seen anything like it. I was super embarrassed, or it was super embarrassing. I was so flustered, I ended up just making them all sandwiches to eat too. You're sweet, Arven. What? Am not. I'm completely sour. Just couldn't stand the pressure of all those eyes. Here, I'll prove it. Next kid walk through the door, I'm gonna punch him in the face. But if it's not that unusual to make sandwiches around here, then why they all stare like that? Like I said, man, some live cooking. Man, I don't know if I'm cut out for this place. So anyways, yeah. So I did the same thing. I vented all this to my friends in our group chat. And I told them the same thing too. I told them exactly what I just told you guys. I said to them, like, the price you're told is the price you have to pay, period. And if you're told no when asking for a discount, no means no, period. So I was like, man, I really don't understand the mindset of you know, not having to pay what you're told. And I was like, ahem! A certain one of our friends in this group chat, him. And then he replied to that like, well, yeah, because we want to save money. I'm just like, wow! Pfft, you blew my mind. No fucking shit. Everyone wants to save money. And you know, I ran the thought experiment with them as well, because I realized I haven't told them about it yet. The same thought experiment I had with a bunch of my other friends too. You know, it's the same thing. Let me ask you a question, and if you can give me a good answer, I will lower the price for you. Like, this is a hypothetical. Once again, as I have to reiterate, I imagine this scenario in my mind, and realistically, it could only happen if I had my own place and I was in charge. Whatever I says goes. If I say no, then, you know, that's it. But because that's not the position I'm in right now, that's not the case. So I imagine this can only happen if I was indeed in charge, right? So, you know, little scenario to think about. Customer asks me, can you lower the price? I say no. They don't accept that no, they don't take it, and they insist. And then I just go like, alright, let me ask you some questions, and if you can give me a good answer, I will lower the price for you. So let's start off simple. Why should I lower the price for you? So I asked my friend that, and I even replied too, like, man, I swear to God, you better not tell me to save money, because no fucking shit, that's the answer. Like, give me a good reason. And then, same thing, he hit me with the, you make the customers happy, they'll come back and give you more business. But you know, I could very easily just reply like, but the price I'm giving you is a good price. Whether you believe it or not, you're just not taking it. You're not accepting it. You know what I mean? The price I'm giving you is a good price. You're just not taking it. So I have no reason to lower it for you when it's already a good price. And I told them too. Like, I can realistically see somebody answering this, because I hear this all the time. Because my insurance doesn't cover that much. It only covers so much. Well, to that I would say, do you do the same thing with, like, dental? You have dental insurance. Do you do the same thing here? If your insurance doesn't cover your dental? Your insurance doesn't cover your entire dental bill. Do you bargain with the dentist? Do you bargain like this with other stuff that insurance doesn't cover? House insurance. car insurance, life insurance. Do you bargain those when your insurance doesn't cover all of it? I really don't understand the mentality. But, you know, me venting about this to the internet won't change anything. It won't change the world. It won't change how people are. It's just a sad reality. You know, I've never... You may not believe this when I tell you, but it's true. I've never bargained once in my life. And I don't plan to, ever. The only times that, you know, I would even consider bargaining, like dead ass, the only times I would actually ever consider truly bargaining is like, I go to not even, I don't even know if it can be considered a flea market. You know, those little setups where they sell video games like secondhand and then they're priced ridiculously. It's like if I want to buy an older Pokemon game, they're like 5 times the price. A normal Pokemon game is like, I don't know, $60 to $80, but then a Pokemon game there is like $200 for like, I don't know, Pokemon Platinum. It's like $200, $250, $300. And we all know that the secondhand market, Nintendo and Game Freak, they don't see that money, right? So it's like, that's the only time I would even consider bargaining, but would I actually do it? Probably not. And I tell you what, if I do, I'm just like, oh, this game here is $300, can you do $250? They tell me no, I accept the no. It's that simple. If I see a $300 price tag, that's how much I can expect that I need to pay. Right? Like, fair enough, if I try and I get told no, then, you know, it is what it is. Well, enough about this, let's just move on. Complaining this way won't change anything. You know, after I vented like this to my friends, one of my other friends who is a paramedic, he said like, okay, while we're on the topic of venting, let me vent too. And then he told the story about yesterday night, how... I need to call Penny back, right? Yeah. And then he told the story of how yesterday night he dealt with this homeless guy who was like a rude, ungrateful douchebag. So, anything to spill about any, you know, special feelings between you and anybody else in your little Paldea crew, I mean? Special feelings? Oh yeah, you know what? There was something. For real? There was? Well, can you tell me about it? So, we were all jumping on Koraidon's back to dive into the Great Crater, you know? Uh-huh. Go on! Man, taking a leap into the open air above Area Zero like that. Talk about a special feeling! Oh, sheesh. What an anti-climax, you innocent little thing. So, he was venting about this homeless douchebag that he had to deal with. He said something about, like, his legs hurt or whatever. So, as a paramedic, he had to assist. Bring him to the hospital. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't even read what she said. Oops. So, he was saying how during the trip to the hospital, he was complaining and cursing everyone out how uncomfortable he was in the ambulance. Like, he wasn't made comfortable. He was just uncomfortable lying on the stretcher. Like, they didn't go the length to make him comfortable. He was saying how the car ride was bumpy and it caused him pain. And then, you know, he was, like, cursing out the paramedics in the ambulance and also, like, cursing out the doctors, from what he tells me. And then he even tells me that, like, security had to just forcefully take him off of the stretcher. He even told me security, like, no, the doctor even kicked out the you know, the patient because he was being unreasonable or whatever. God, I hope I survive this. Crit, 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 crit! Yes! I don't think that was a crit. That was just enough to take it down. Works for me. Oh man, that thunder had to land that one time. There goes all my special attack ups. You know what? I'm gonna do a flame charge to build up my speed. And then after he finished telling me his story, I was just like, man, if only we could normalize yelling back at customers, clients, patients who are being, you know, unreasonable. If only we could normalize that, yelling back at them, you know, Gordon Ramsay style. Now, like, pay attention to what I said. Only unreasonable ones. Because we all know what happens if we do. Gordon Ramsay has that type of, you know, that type of fuck you money, so that if you did anything to that, then it wouldn't impact him at all. You know, if you yell back at a customer, if you're rude to your clientele, they will badmouth you. They will, you know, instead of recommending people to you for business, they would do the opposite. They'll tell you, don't go there. That person's rude. That person's awful. So, you know, it's like, you can't do that. Unlike someone like Gordon Ramsay, if he yells at a customer, he's still gonna get customers. Hell's Kitchen, you know how popular that is? Even if that one person left a bad review on Yelp, or told his you know, his inner circle in life not to go to his restaurant, you think that'll affect him? You know what? I'll just keep Halfin out. You know, why do you think I have to hold myself back all the time? If I truly just go all out and lash out at someone, exactly that'll happen. They're gonna tell everyone... Man, they're gonna tell everyone, like, man, that person was rude to me for not lowering the price when I asked. How dare they not lower the price when I asked for it, and they get angry at it? It's like, what a bad business. Wow, that did extremely little. I didn't think that would do so little. That was Hydro Pump, too. God damn it. I didn't know this thing had Cute Charm. If I get immobilized by love, then I'm done for. Uh-huh. Toughed it out because it loves me more, but we shall see. You know, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna send in someone else. I swear to God, Cute Charm better not work there. Okay, good. Oh my God, come on! You couldn't have just given that to me? I'm sorry, what trio? I failed you there. I think just for fun, I'm gonna have the third round use my, you know, actual team just to see the difference. I don't know if I have the items to actually, like, to what I normally use. I don't really have too many battle items on them. I think I give... I forget which one of these two I give. Let me just see. I took a screenshot so I don't forget. Normally it doesn't take this long. Okay, so I do give it to Charizard. Before anyone says that my items suck, yeah, so what? Do I even have any Miracle Seeds? I mean, it's no big deal if I don't have it. No, I don't. Okay, no Miracle Seeds. What about Mystic Water? Oh. Nope, no mystic water either. Do I have charcoal? For God's sake. I do not. You can tell I don't really play as much on this game. Do I have Toxic Orb? Nope. Wow, I don't have anything. I guess... You know what? Whatever. Nobody make fun of my team, okay? These are just the Pokemon I like. I don't have them for any strategy. I just like these ones, okay? Leave me alone. Man, tell me why I'm sometimes self-conscious to actually show my team in a Pokemon game to the internet, because I just know I'm going to be flamed like, oh my god, your team is hot garbage. It's like, yeah, so what? I have fun playing the game, what's it to you? You know about the BB League, right? Don't you? I knew it! Why didn't you tell me right away? And what's more, everyone's saying the champion of the league is you. First I've heard of it. You are the champion. Come on, you should have told me the awesome news sooner. I'm just drooling to battle the champion of the BB League. Even more importantly, I'm so proud my rival's been smashing it all over the place. So I guess what I'm saying is, I shall forever remain proud to be your rival. Is it right now? I thought it was after the third battle. You know, it just occurred to me, we've battled tons, but we've never traded once. So there's no time like the present. Why don't we trade Pokemon? Well, I'll still battle you a third time, because why not? I'm sure as hell not going to trade you my shinies. If you're wondering where the shiny Blitzel went, it went to my Violet. Goodbye, my beloved Charmander. Charmander's a great Pokemon. I'll train it up so well, it'll be unbeatable. Thanks for trading. Yeah, I'll still battle you a third time. You know what? Maybe I should have been smart and put my Decidueye up first. I'm gonna do that. Okay, up next, Infernape. This is the only water type I have, and that's the only water move I have. Oh, I just realized too. If Infernape uses close combat on me, that might take me down. if this doesn't land 5, watch. Watch it doesn't land 5. Watch it land 2. The bare minimum. Well, lucky me then. Let's see, Pawmot. The only flying type I have is you. The only psychic moves I have are on you, but your protein ability's already been used, and I have Psycho Cut on you. Man, even though I won't get the stab from this because of the ability being used, I still won't get the stab here, but if I don't take it out in one hit, then at least I won't be weak against it, you know? Whoa! Didn't know that would do so much. I'm not taking any chances. I'm just gonna use this. This was the starter I picked in my Violet game. I kind of had a brain fart moment there. I couldn't think about the second half of the sentence. Well, you're gonna tear into a dark. Well, I'll get Stab Dragon from doing this. Nothing's gonna be super effective. Damn, that only did half. Man. I admit that was just a bad play on my end overall. I forgot this thing could learn Play Rough, even though mine knows Play Rough. That's another L for me. Alright, Penny's still here to break up. You know what are they talking about? I'm curious. Hey Penny, you're pretty good with machines and stuff, right? Better than most. What's up? I want to get a new profile pic. Do you think you can take a shot of me real quick? Well, that's a whole different skill than being good with machines. Why do you want me to do it anyway? I mean, if I'm gonna update the pic, I might as well get an amazing one from someone who knows what they're doing, right? Huh? But you know you'll get pretty much the same result no matter who takes a pic, right? I mean, at least on the outside, you're really pretty, so... Huh? Wait, what did you say? The last bit in particular. I said you're pretty. I said you're really pretty, so it doesn't matter who takes a Ooh, music to my ears. One more time. Repeat it for me. Come on. Ugh, why are you like this? Ugh. I got an update for you. I solved the mystery of why our bud Arven was getting mobbed by those blueberry kids. So apparently the real reason they were all staring was a case of mistaken identity. How'd that come about? Who'd they think you were? I don't really know myself. I guess some guy shows up in the terrarium every so often and he gives away super spicy sandwiches. And they all thought I was him? That's why they were all being so weird, watching me with expectation or whatever in their eyes. Who is this mystery fellow that just gives away sandwiches from time to time? I hear they even call him the spiciest of souls. Boy, I wonder. You know him? I guess there are all sorts of weird characters at this school too. Speaking of weird characters and all, I've got a real character I wanted to show you. See, the Scarlet I've got has a pretty unusual ability, so I figured this would be a good excuse for you and me to trade Pokemon. How about it? So does this Scarlet have like its hidden ability? You know what? Just before... Sorry about that. Just before it hits midnight, let me just call Penny back and trade with her too, so it could say I got all three on the same day. Something big happened. Tell me about it. I'm not interested. Yes! I knew you'd want to hear. I'm still buzzing from the excitement. Remember the resource development plant I mentioned? You did. The one beneath the academy? You did. I got to go inside. It was incredible. I guess that was when I didn't read what she said. So, I'm at Blueberry's entrance, having a look around, right? Then this dapper old guy in a white suit shows up and tells me he'd take me to the plant if I want. He had like this amazingly cheerful, impish air about him. I wonder what his deal was. It almost felt like he was one of the Fae folk disguised as an old guy. What the hell's a Fae folk? That's the director. What? That dapper guy's the director? Is this some kind of is it some kind of requirement for academy directors to be eccentric or something? I mean, first Director Clavel, and now him, or is it Clavel? I still don't know. Blueberry Academy really is incredible. I wasn't sure about accepting your invite at first, but I'm glad I did. Don't think of it like this, but a thank you gift for inviting me or anything. Wait, that's not what that said. Are you gonna trade me an Eevee? I'll offer up a VV from my end. I imagine it's just a regular Eevee. Is it nicknamed VV? Here, let me just take a look at the summaries. Oh, it's a fighting Terra. Neat. And this one's a dark Terra. Gluttony. Is that the hidden ability? It's a level 1 Eevee. Maybe this was also one of the Brejects. She traded me her Breject as well. Alright, let's battle both of them one more time. We're gonna start off with Greedent, so I think Charizard's fine. You know what? Maybe. Man, I don't know if I want to deal with the Greedent. I think I'm gonna just blast it with Dynamax Cannon and just be done with it. Fantastic, just be done with you. I thought you were going to set up your stealth rocks. Well, I'm glad you didn't. Well, it's now past midnight. I did start a little bit later than normal. Once again, watch it do this 5 times. I'm surprised 2 of those weren't crits. Now, who haven't I used yet? I haven't used Greninja yet. Greninja's not exactly ideal for this right now, but whatever. I used everyone except for him. I don't think I have any special. Well, aside from Water Shuriken. Well, yes, but this is not a good idea. So lowering my attack, I guess it's fine. Nice. You see how much more coverage my actual team has versus the team I have in this game? Now, I know my team's far from perfect, but it works. Alright, Penny, you're the last battle for tonight. You're gonna start off with Umbreon. I don't really have fighting moves. The only fairy move I have is on you. Fine, let's just start off like that. Oh my god, I didn't think that would do so little. I know it's not a stab move, but like, I thought it'd do a little more. Let's just do something else if it's not going to be that effective. Leafeon, eh? Vaporeon, everyone's favorite compatible Pokemon. Wait, does it have Sap Sipper? No, I think it has Water Absorb. I don't think... No, what am I talking about? I don't think Vaporeon even has Sap Sipper. I think what it has is Water Absorb. Man, I can't remember what abilities every single Pokemon has. Well, of course it had to do only 2, the bare minimum, and now my attack's lowered. But I guess that's fine. I don't really have anything to go against a Jolteon. So I guess I'll just send you out. Sylveon. I'm actually going to send out Eternatus. Fairy weakness who? glad we're done with the we're done after this, cause I kind of need to pee. All done. Well, after 6 months, we are finally done. As you can see, all of them have been completed. Just going to end by first putting my team back. Also giving the items back. I will also... Where exactly did those events I claimed go? Okay, here they are. This is... Where are my events? Is this box? No, this isn't my event box. Where is my event box? I don't even know where all my events are. Was there a Darkrai event? What? Man, my box is such a mess in this game. I don't even know where things are anymore. This is all just like random junk I caught for whatever reason. I don't even know where I put all my events. These are all the... Like, this is how many times I had to catch Dunsparces just to get a regular Dunsparce that was 3 segment, not even shiny. I don't even know where all my events are. I think this box might be it. I don't recall some of these getting events. I could be wrong. Whatever. Well, that's it. After all this time, I finally did this. I finally got this done. And that'll be it for today. So, thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time. Goodbye.